Ludwig van Beethoven's story began in Bonn, Germany. He was born in 1770. His family was musical. His father, Johann, was a court musician. Young Ludwig showed musical talent early. He learned to play the piano and violin. By age 12, he was already composing music. He was a true prodigy. Beethoven's father was strict. He pushed Ludwig to practice for hours. Johann wanted his son to be like Mozart, a child prodigy. It was a difficult childhood, but it forged a strong work ethic in Beethoven. He learned discipline and dedication. These qualities would serve him well throughout his life. In 1792, at the age of 22, Beethoven moved to Vienna, Austria. This was the center of the music world. He was there to study with Joseph Haydn. Haydn was a famous composer who recognized Beethoven's talent immediately. Their relationship was complex, a mix of admiration and frustration. Vienna embraced Beethoven's music. He was a virtuoso pianist. His performances were legendary. People were amazed by his skill and passion. He composed constantly, writing sonatas, concertos, and symphonies. He was becoming one of the most celebrated composers in Europe. Beethoven's relationship with his father was strained. Johann was an alcoholic who mismanaged the family finances. This put a burden on young Ludwig. He had to support his mother and siblings. He took on pupils and played in the court orchestra. After his mother died, Beethoven became the legal guardian of his younger brothers. He took this responsibility seriously. He was determined to provide for them. He even fought for his inheritance in court. This showed his sense of duty and justice. Beethoven was a master of many instruments. He played the piano, violin, viola, and organ. He understood the capabilities of each instrument. This knowledge informed his compositions. He could write for orchestras with a deep understanding of their potential. He experimented with different musical forms. He pushed the boundaries of classical music. He was not afraid to innovate. He wrote music that was both beautiful and challenging. He poured his heart and soul into his work. In his late 20s, Beethoven's world began to change. He started to lose his hearing. This was devastating for a musician. He experienced tinnitus. This is a constant ringing in the ears. He became withdrawn and depressed. He contemplated suicide, but Beethoven was a fighter. He refused to let deafness defeat him. He continued to compose. He even conducted orchestras. He would stand with his back to the audience, feeling the vibrations of the music through the floor. Section 6. Nature's Embrace. Nature became Beethoven's refuge. He would take long walks in the countryside. The peace and beauty of nature soothed his soul. He found inspiration in the sounds around him, the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, the flowing streams. He said, "How happy I am to be able to walk among the shrubs, the trees, the woods, the grass, and the rocks. For the woods, the trees, and the rocks give man the resonance that he needs." His love of nature is evident in his music. The Pastoral Symphony is a perfect example. It captures the essence of the countryside. Section 7. Ode to Joy. Beethoven continued to compose despite his deafness. He produced some of his greatest works during this period. His Ninth Symphony is a testament to his indomitable spirit. This symphony is a monumental achievement. It is a celebration of humanity and brotherhood. The final movement features the famous Ode to Joy. It is a choral masterpiece. It speaks of unity, hope, and the triumph of the human spirit. It is one of the most recognizable and beloved pieces of music ever written. It has been performed at countless celebrations and ceremonies. Section 8. A legacy of inspiration. Beethoven died in 1827 at the age of 56. He left behind a legacy of musical genius. His music continues to inspire and move people centuries later. His story is one of triumph over adversity. He showed the world that even in the face of great challenges, the human spirit can prevail. Beethoven's music is a gift to humanity. It speaks to our deepest emotions. It reminds us of the power of hope, love, and the human spirit. His music transcends time and language. It's a universal language that speaks to us all. Section 9. Beyond the music. Beethoven's life was not easy. He faced many challenges, but he never gave up. He poured his heart and soul into his music. His story teaches us about resilience, perseverance, and the power of the human spirit. He inspires us to overcome our own obstacles. He shows us that even in darkness there is always light. He reminds us that music can be a source of comfort, strength, and joy. Beethoven's music will continue to inspire generations to come. His legacy will live on forever.